Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, it is early, guys. As y'all can see behind me, the lights are still on outside. Still dark outside. I've been up since about 5 o'clock this morning. Went to bed pretty early last night, trying to start a new thing here on the new year and get to bed a little earlier so I can get up earlier. And which I know there's going to be those nights where I got to edit, and that's not going to happen. But trying to get more sleep in 2023. But yeah, we got a busy day. I went to town yesterday. I didn't actually get back to the cabin. Went and dropped Margarita off. Then I decided to go to town. I was going to go to the small town closer to me, but the gas prices were so expensive, I decided to go ahead and go to the bigger town because I needed gas. Gas prices are definitely on their way back up, unfortunately. And I made a decision. I'm going to go ahead and paint these nasty floors. I've lived with these nasty floors for over 8 months. When I clean this cabin and stuff, it still looks dirty because of these floors. I can't mop the floors and all of that. So I've decided I'm painting the floors today while I got the cabin already tore apart. I started kind of rearranging things last night in the main living area here. And I decided, before I hook my computer up and the TV and everything else, it just makes sense to me to go ahead and paint the floors. It's going to be a Tetris little what's happening going on here because I have to kind of move everything around and paint around it. So I'm going to utilize the kitchen that we pretty much already got done. I'm going to move as much stuff in there as possible. I'm going to put as much stuff on the bed as possible. I'm not moving the bed to paint in that area. I'm going to paint all the way around it. And whenever I move everything out of the cabin to do the remodel, I will catch that little piece of floor right there. So I'm going to move everything to one side of the cabin, paint this side, and then move everything back and then paint the other side. This is a concrete stain. It shouldn't take as long to dry as a regular paint from what I've read. And it's going to rain all day today, which is not perfect for painting, but I can control the environment a little bit in here because I got the heater and the ceiling fan now, and that ceiling fan blows down on here real hard, and it should help the drying process quite a bit. But being that I'm going to be stuck inside all day today, I figured why not go ahead and do it. Just did not make sense to me to go ahead and rewire everything, and also I got to rerun all the cords and stuff around here for power. And before I do all of that, I might as well go ahead and paint these floors. I think it's going to make a huge difference. I'm tired of when I clean this cabin, it still looks dirty because of these floors. I'm tired of having to wear sandals inside all the time because of these nasty floors. I can't take it no more. So I got the paint yesterday. It's a Mountain Lake is what it's called. It's like a gray, dark grayish blue. And I think it's going to look pretty good. That won't be the final floor of the cabin. The way I see it is if I go ahead and do this, it will help seal the concrete. And so whenever later on, when I do the cabin renovation and put the hardwood floors on there, it's just going to help the process. I'm sure y'all can hear Midnight running around. I've already fed her this morning. And got some cuddle time in. I say cuddle, basically her sitting on the stairs and me petting her. She's still not good with me kind of holding her and all that other stuff. I tried this morning. She jumped off my lap and took off. But she is letting me come up to her and pet her now and stuff. So we're making some progress. Let me show you why I'm doing what I'm doing. Look at these floors, guys. I can't take it. And this is clean. I mean, they're swept and everything else, and that's considered clean, and that's what I deal with every day. And I just can't do it no more. I don't like a messy house. I don't like a house that looks dirty. And I sweep at least every other day here. And it's a constant battle. And it just never looks clean. So I would like to paint it. That way I can mop it when it gets dirty. And when the house is actually clean, it actually looks clean and smells clean and all that other stuff. It's just raw concrete. And this thing was built in think the 70s or something like that. So it's 40 something years old. That's a lot of traffic on this concrete. The stain I got, I asked the guy, do I need to like primer it or anything like that? He said no, that's kind of all part of it. And because I wanted to make sure if I needed to do any concrete prep. If this was going to be the final coat and going to be the cabin floor forever, I'm not going to lie, I'd probably primer it and pressure wash it and do all this other stuff. But this is just a surface type deal just to kind of make it to where it's cleaner in here. I can mop and stuff like that. So I'm not going to go through all those extra steps. And like I said, I talked to the people at the paint place at Lowe's, and he read up everything, and he says I shouldn't have to. So he said just make sure you get any of the loose sand and kind of all that other stuff off, and it should be okay. So we will see how it works. I haven't used this product before, but I'm excited about it. I think it's going to change the whole feel of this cabin, and that's what I'm going for this year. Is it's a fresh start. It's a fresh start. I really, really want this cabin, my main living area, just to be clean and organized to start the year. I just, last year I felt like I lived in chaos all year. And it's also not good to not have a place to relax and feel comfortable. When you work outside all day long and you do all the stuff that I do out here, you want a place that's comfortable to come in and kind of relax. And that's kind of been my goal since I've moved in here. And I've done very good, I think, as far as making it as comfortable as possible, living off grid in an abandoned hunting cabin. But it never really felt 100% comfortable to me, just because it never really felt 100% clean. And I like a clean environment. So I think that's going to make a big change. The weather is a little sketchy this week. It's kind of off and on. Rain throughout the week, but the temperatures are good. And to be honest with you, I might even paint the building this week. Why the temperatures are good. I'm looking at the 10-day forecast, and I need to get all this painting done before the temperature drops, and it stays that way, because it does not dry in the cold very well. So who knows? I also want to start milling this week in between rains, but hopefully it doesn't rain that much. The rest of the week, besides today is like 98% all day. It's raining all day today. There's no way around it. The rest of the week is about 30%, about every other day. So I'm going to work around it. Got to work around Mother Nature. I'm already on my second cup of coffee. It's probably about 6 o'clock now. I got up, brushed my teeth, made my coffee, all of that. Hung out with Midnight a little bit this morning, and kind of just sat here and kind of stared around and kind of wrapped my brain around what kind of a Tetris situation I'm going to have to do today. I think it'll work out, though. I really think it's going to work out. And the rugs are out there in the building drying. I did vacuum them and stuff, got a lot of the water out, so hopefully by the end of the day, or by tomorrow I should say, hopefully they're dry and the paint on the floor will be dry, and I can kind of bring everything back in and put it all back together. And like I said, while this down here is drying today, I will be upstairs working in the loft area. That way I can just keep it moving. I have no idea when the video is going to come out. It might end up being a 2-part series, because I've already been filming for 2 days, and I feel like I at least got 2 more days before this is done. So who knows? We'll see. I'm just kind of winging it, just kind of going with it. But I'm excited. I'm excited. I like I said, I went to bed pretty early last night so I could get up early this morning, and I woke up motivated and ready to do this, because this is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I have complained about these floors since I moved in this place, and so I'm excited that I'm finally going to pull the trigger and go ahead and do it. It just seems to be the right time for me to make this move. So yeah, I'm excited about it. It's going to be a lot of work, though. And I hate painting. I'm not going to lie to you. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm going to take a paintbrush and go around all the edges. And then I'm going to take a roller with a stick. A roller with a stick. And kind of paint it all and kind of go from there. I don't know if it's going to take 1 or 2 coats. I don't know how well this stain works. I haven't used concrete stain in quite some time. And like I said, I've never used this product right here. This is one of the better products that they got. So we'll see. So yeah, that's going to be my day. I read all of you guys' comments last night and this morning. That's another thing I did while I was sitting here drinking my coffee, was responding and hearting y'all's comments. And I loved seeing all of the New Year's resolutions that y'all guys has got. I mean, some people are going and trying to start their off-grid journey and health and just all kinds of stuff. People wanting to be just better people and stuff like that. Man, I relate to all of that. That is awesome. And I hope that this year I can encourage y'all to stay on path and to go after those goals. I will do my best. I always try to motivate y'all guys to step out of your comfort zone a little bit and go after your dreams. And y'all guys keep me accountable and motivated as well. So it's a teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I really, really enjoyed reading some of those comments and all the love and stuff that y'all showed. Margarita is back home and hanging out with her kids today. She is actually off today. I'll probably be talking to her after I'm done here. She's an early bird like we talked about yesterday. So I know she's already up. She might actually already be at the gym. So who knows? And I've discussed it with her, and we kind of went back and forth about the painting and stuff. And I talked with her last night about it, and she feels the same way, that before I put all of this back together, it's just smart to go ahead and do it. Even though I was kind of wanting to be done with the project today, that way I can move on to getting back outside and working on the building. I just think it's the smart move to go ahead and just focus on finishing this cabin inside. That way this year, while I'm doing all my other things, this is done. That way I can just clean it, keep it clean, and I have a comfortable, nice, clean space to come into after I'm done working all day, to be able to edit and everything else. Because that's one thing that if you're not familiar with editing and that kind of thing, if you're not in a good space when you're editing and stuff, it really hinders your creativity and stuff like that. And also the wanting to sit there for 4 hours to edit a video. If you're not happy with the space that you're editing in, it's hard to want to sit at a computer for 4 hours and edit a video. So I think overall, mentally, physically, because I'm going to be able to rest better and all of that, I think it's definitely the right move for me. And like I talked about yesterday, not everybody's going to agree with it and think that I should be out there right now in the rain building on that building. But for me, I think this is the best choice for me. And that is one of my big things that I am doing this year, is I am worrying about what's best for me and the people around me. So that's what I'm focusing on. I've made the decision. I'm going to do it. It's going to be a lot of work, but I think it's going to be very, very satisfying at the end, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I think this is the earliest I've done one of these keeping it reals in a while. So, but I do see it starting to light up a little bit outside right now, which means it's about time to get it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. It is January the 2nd. We are already 2 days into the new year. See, time's flying. We got to get at it. So until we see each other again, guys, come on, keep it real.